Bring this meeting to order. It's a special session of the Blue River Water District. I'm Jim Parks. I'm the interim chairman and a resident of Blue River and also a board member.
I'm Melanie Stanley, and I am the secretary, treasurer, and Blue River resident.
I'm Terry Herndon, board member, resident of Blue River.
Alright, and then do we want to have the public introduce themselves? Or does anybody have any public comments?
Does anybody have any public comments? Questions, comments?
Val, do you have anything that you want to say?
Just two things briefly. I'm Val Rapp, Mackenzie Valley Wellness. He has the property, the clinic in Blue River, and I'm just very happy to support Jim, Melody, and Terry as you continue to work with the water board. My second comment is just brief, looking at the report of last week's meeting in the River Reflections. I'm an active member of the Three Sisters Meadow Partnership, and I just wanted to clarify that the Three Sisters Meadow Partnership is only a committee. We don't have authority over that property. We are making decisions, and we have asked Mackenzie Community Land Trust to facilitate a process for thinking about that property and how it might be used. The Mackenzie Community Land Trust also does not own that property, and we did not award them rights over it. We don't have those rights to award. So that's all.
Thanks, Val.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll mute.
So just a note on that, I attended one of those meetings here recently, and one of my questions was it a board or was it a steering committee? And I was told it's a steering committee. And that totally makes sense. So soon, when we get a quorum in the park, hopefully I get voted on as a representative, and I'll follow through with attending more of those meetings.
Yeah, that's correct. And we welcome your participation, but it's a steering committee.
Right.
We have no major authorities of any type.
Okay, thank you. Items to be considered. First up, review of the board letter regarding contract with superintendent. I have one already.
And so I already sent this out to the board, and I'll just give you the basics of it because everybody's already read it. We, as a board, need to approve this letter terminating the contract with our interim superintendent, Tony Cassad, and the effective date of it, and have it signed by you tonight, if that's the date that we choose, and if we decide to approve it. So we'll need a motion and discussion if that's what is chosen, but I'm presenting it to the board as a draft.
Okay. So any discussion?
No, I read it.
Discussion?
I don't have any.
My question is, do we backdate it or do we date it for today?
We date it for the date that we approve it.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
today.
So today,
Yeah.
if we approve it.
Yeah. That was what legal counsel
Okay.
advised.
And that's another thing I want to bring up too, that to the community, that we did run this through legal to just make sure everybody's on board and we're not trying to do something outside of our preview, I guess. And I'm concerned about property of the water district and also the park district. He has 7 days to return that property. I don't know what action is taken at that point, but I do have a list of things that are not in our possession at this time. Okay?
And I also want to make sure that everybody knows that Tony was sent this letter in addition in the email, the same as the rest of this board was, because he was still considered the superintendent at the time that this letter was drafted, and invited to this meeting tonight. So, just so that is clear, that he was not excluded from any of this correspondence.
Okay, so I'll motion to vote to approve that letter.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous. All board members voted in favor of the letter. So I will sign that and date it today.
I have 3 copies for you to sign and date.
Okay.
There's one for, I've made one to send to him. I also made one, so in case he was here, we could hand it to him, but,
And
then
one for
the
record.
file. Yeah.
So another question I had is, are we sending this registered mail?
I will send it
Okay,
to her.
okay.
Good move.
Thank you, sir. There's number 3. Perfect. And I'll get those. I'll get that sent out tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, with that said, we have some discussion regarding some invoices that are outstanding. And I see you have some stuff here,
I do.
and I have some stuff here as well, so.
So, what I did was this is what you guys have in front of you that's stapled together, is the payment history from TAG. And what, I also have an email out to the payment specialist from them, her name is Sandra, to kind of get caught up on what exactly is going on, because there has been some discrepancies saying that we are behind in payments to them. And Tony was, before he resigned as treasurer and all of everything was going on, he was trying to help track down what was happening, because he was of the mind that we were current. But what I'm seeing, just from my looking through with that transaction record that we got from the
Yeah,
accountant.
this one here,
I took and pulled out, so that last page that I gave you guys
this one here.
is only the automation group, the TAG transactions
Okay,
from the beginning of last year to the end of this year. And what I'm seeing is that all of the checks that we have written have cleared, but what it looks like is that we were already behind going into the beginning of this year. So there may be 1 or 2 invoices that either got lost somewhere, didn't get reconciled, but there are no checks associated with those.
okay,
And so that's where these 4 invoices that are at the bottom of this first, the second page, it looks like those are where the issue are coming from. So I'm getting clarification from Sandra on that.
okay.
And then when we have our next work session, I'll be able to bring you guys better information on exactly what's going on. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an
Yeah,
update.
this is kind of making sense to what I have here,
Yeah.
because I have, this is for TAG. I have some grand totals from 2023 and 2024, but also a monthly payment of $1,700, no payment in April. And then August of 2023 and July of 2024, and a payment of $170 in October of 2024.
Yeah.
Now, there's some additional payments, and I'm wondering if the $1,700 was included in this 5179. You see that one?
Right. And
So-
that's what I'm trying to figure out too, is
Yeah, we
getting-
need to clarify that. There's
we
no
need to get that
reconcile.
sussed out for what exactly that was, because I'm not seeing an actual like specific invoice for that amount.
Right.
So
That's
what does
I'm
that
afraid of.
include?
Okay.
And
So you're seeing the same thing I am?
Yeah.
We just need to go
Yeah.
through and get with them
I
and,
told I told Sandra in the email that I wrote her asking for some clarification on a couple of other things.
Okay.
That we would get them a 1 month payment plus the reconciliation for this $1,700, what should have been the $1,700.
Yeah, because I
So-
saw that check did clear.
Yeah, so we'll get them the finish on that
Okay.
should have been.
So we'll clear that up.
Yeah, and clear that up, and then as soon as they can get me the rest of the stuff,
Yeah, because they
we'll
may
be
have
able to
been
go
paid,
over it. Right,
And
and
these other
that's what I'm worried about.
buried in there. There's no, we have no ledger that says
Right,
what was paid, just that they were paid
right,
X amount of money.
right, and because there's so many things that are grouped.
There's a lot of stuff, and there's
Yeah.
another payment in February of 2023, and another payment in December of 2023 for $4,562, or $4,562.
Right, and so we need to try and
Yes.
get that figured out for if that was makeups on, like, if we were finally able to make, you know,
Yeah,
because if he had like 2 or 3 invoices,
And it's
and one of
possibly
them was the
grouped
trailer rent plus
He
other
just
work, and we just grouped it
sent him a
together, and he didn't write, well, because like if the invoice numbers didn't get written on there, then they just applied all of it to one big thing, and not,
right.
other things, so-
I'm seeing the same thing you are.
okay,
And the same thing with professional underground, well, not so much professional underground, but Civil West
right,
has a couple,
that it looks like kind of similar happened,
yeah, you can't tell what's what.
yeah,
So we'll just get to the bottom of that
yeah,
and talk to them. And like Slate Co., we paid them $509,212 for what?
right?
I mean,
Well, yeah, and I haven't seen any of the,
Yeah,
like,
there's-
specific,
and it's the same thing with TAG. We have that one invoice that was blank,
yeah,
and now we have one that has a bunch overloaded information.
right,
So just to bring you up to speed on that, the email I sent out, I talked to Tony Glover.
right,
Tony Cassad's key to the SCADA system is disconnected,
okay,
so he doesn't have any, he can't operate that from remotely. Also, I'm gonna meet with him at 7 in the morning tomorrow
okay,
to go over that invoice
okay,
and just see if he can recognize things and point it out to me, so I'm sure it's legit.
right.
It's just that, we
But
need
we
to,
need to know what.
we need to
exactly
know.
it is.
okay. So we're on the same page with all this stuff, and
Yep.
does that make sense, Terry?
Yeah,
There's a lot going on here, and it's just, we just don't know what all these charges and payments have been made to, so that's
Or
what's
what
going on.
payments exactly have been made or
Yeah,
not
and haven't been
made.
made, and people are claiming that they haven't been paid, and,
Yeah,
we just need to get our books in order.
yeah, we didn't get a ledger. We got 2 checkbooks and a mailbox key
yeah,
in the transition, and I asked for a smooth transition, and this is what we got,
and 1 bank statement,
in one bank statement.
so, yeah. Also, Steve Silva, the insurance agent,
Insurance,
gave me the information for the insurance adjuster.
okay.
So that we can start making
Yeah,
contact there as far as what's still owed to us, what payments we have been already given and all that.
And that all falls together with the FEMA claims,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
because we have to have that to go to FEMA and get the money that's been promised to us already.
yeah. Yep. Okay, so there we go, that's my part.
Okay, any questions on that?
Nope.
No.
So we know we're going forward with that stuff. So setting some future dates to reconcile more of this stuff, I'm open. Also, did you get the email that I sent out about the town hall meeting after our
Yes,
February meeting, the 5th?
yes,
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I sent that email to Clint at Civil West, and I didn't hear anything back, so I'm assuming that they're on board with it.
okay,
I'll clarify that later, but I'm assuming that I didn't hear anything back, so. I told him at some point, though, that we need to have a Saturday meeting.
well, yeah, just so we can make sure that people can attend.
What's the gallery think? I want to ask the gallery, what do you think about a Saturday meeting versus a midweek meeting in the evening?
What time of year?
My original thought was,
February.
yeah, February.
So I think Saturday is better. I don't know what the kids' sports schedules are.
Yeah, it's gonna be informative of what's going on with the new water, with the
Yeah.
community water system, so it's very important, I think, to the community that they attend. And we will have one, it's probably be a short one at the following meeting, in January, correct?
Yeah.
Is that what we guess, so at our water district meeting on January 8th, we pushed that out, because of the holiday, otherwise we'd be here on
First.
the 1st. So half the meeting or so we'll do a town hall, and Civil West should be here.
Yeah.
And they can answer questions, and we get as many people here as we can and see how that goes. But I really do think a future meeting on a Saturday would be more,
Yeah. Well, and I don't think that I don't think it's unreasonable of us to ask them to be here on a Saturday.
I didn't either.
And I think that the email that we received basically saying that they don't work on Saturdays.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not our problem.
Was not, yeah. So you rearrange your schedule and you show up on
And
a
then you
Saturday because that's what we need.
That's what we need,
So-
and you're working for us.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll have to work that out with them.
That's what I figured. I told you, that's why I threw that in there, in that email to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have any dates that you have in mind for future?
I'm thinking that we probably need to do, I know we're probably not gonna be able to get anything in between now and, I mean, unless you guys have any time open next week, but I don't know if we wanna meet again next week already. But unless you guys are open for it.
It doesn't matter to me.
Because I don't know what your guys' schedules look like for,
Yeah.
like, holiday stuff or anything like that.
In the week, next week, no, I'm open.
Okay. So do we want to schedule? Let's tentatively, how about we schedule for, what's the 18th look like for everybody?
Sounds good at the moment.
Okay, and do we want to do like our regular time-ish, or do we want to do, I'm trying to think.
I'm open.
Okay,
I believe I'm open on the 18th.
let me look at the, hold on.
What day would that be?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay. Yeah, those are usually good.
Okay.
The following week is Christmas
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
makes
then New Year's, so
right.
we wouldn't meet again until our regular
Our
meeting,
regular board meeting.
which was pushed out a week anyway.
Right.
So we better do it sooner than later.
Right.
Yeah, the
Actually,
18th sounds really good.
what about the 17th? Because the 18th is my dad's birthday.
That's fine.
So,
No.
yeah, I don't want to schedule something on his birthday and then have
No.
him be all,
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do 12, 17, and do you want to do like 5 o'clock again and just schedule 5 to 7?
Well,
Does that
5's a
work?
little early.
Okay.
How about regular 6? Is that
Do
okay?
6, yeah, that's fine. And just do 6 to 8?
Okay, yeah. Because it's probably gonna take some time to,
Well, yeah, because I want to give us enough time to be able to sit and like actually look through stuff and work on
Okay.
things and, whatever if we
Yeah.
need to.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
So 6 to 8 work session.
Okay.
And we will say that it's going to be here. And if that changes, then
We'll
we'll,
verify, yeah.
I'll let everybody know.
Okay. Very good.
Is that just a board work session
Nope.
that you're planning?
No, all of our work sessions are public. They have to be open to the public. We may not take public comment or anything like that, but they are always open to the public
That's
because,
what you're planning for next week, just
Correct.
a work session,
Yep.
go over the books?
yeah, because we are, there's 3 of us here, so it's a public meeting. So, yeah.
Then we gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
We can't really do it
Yeah.
And at this
on the
point,
street corner.
at this point, anytime 2 of us get together, it's a public meeting, so we
Yeah.
have to do everything in public now. Which is fine, we don't care,
Yeah.
but it makes it now that we have to schedule everything.
Yeah.
We can't just meet for lunch at Dakota's.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And it, it helps with the transparency anyways, because then everybody can be here and watch everything we're doing.
Oh.
So,
Yep.
and you get to see us be a disaster for a minute too. So, it's nice.
Turn a disaster into another disaster.
Right? You know, it's okay. We're good at this disaster thing.
Yeah, we're getting better and better.
Yeah. So we'll do that. And then anybody that, if you guys have certain stuff or whatever that you guys want to talk about or that you think about, just get it to Jim so that he can
Put it on the
put it
agenda.
on the agenda.
Okay.
And there's, if you can make sure to get me the agenda by,
Soon.
soon.
We need to start getting better about that, and I will. They should be out 10 days prior to the meeting, but in this case, it's only be 7 days.
Well,
so-
yeah, and because we're doing a special meeting.
Yeah,
anyways,
it'll,
so-
but I'll get it to you before, an hour before the meeting.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. If you can get it to me even by like Monday,
Yeah.
Sunday would
So
be
you
good.
can post it.
So I can at least get it posted
Okay.
48 hours in advance.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. And then hopefully I'll have some answers for some of this stuff by then
Okay.
too.
Yeah, and I'll have some stuff, I'll go over that with Tony tomorrow
Okay.
and have him just,
Right.
you looked at it and saw, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
What is that? Well, that's this thing over here.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of things I don't know what they are.
Well, and we need to know too, just make sure to ask him what is part of, like, almost all of it is rebuild stuff, which is fine, but we need to know, like, was it stuff that had to be done because it was part of the rebuild, or is it stuff that we chose to do because we rebuilt? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And
So-
I will clarify that with him because he's calling a lot of stuff as a project
Yeah,
and things can get thrown onto a project.
yeah,
So that we need to clarify, well, was that elected or was that mandatory that we did that?
yeah, because if it's stuff that was done because of the rebuild, because we had to, then we need to know that so that we can make sure that we get it submitted either to insurance or to FEMA.
Right.
So
I
that we're
understand.
not having to
Yeah.
pay it out of our pocket.
Because there's a lot of FEMA money out there that we haven't touched.
Yeah,
And it's given to us, it's there, we just have to claim it. And we have to do that to claim
Yeah.
it. So, okay.
yeah.
And I'll deal with him tomorrow morning. There's another issue. I will take the superintendent's position in the temporary.
Oh, yes, because we need to do that too. This is, so I will motion that we put Jim in as our interim for right now until we can get the position flown and a job description put back up too.
Okay.
I second
All in favor?
that. Aye.
Aye. I guess I can vote.
Yeah.
Technically, we'll have you as an abstain. We'll say that you should abstain because you can't vote for your own position.
Okay.
So,
That's right.
and
That's what I
two,
thought.
and two is more than enough because we only have three members. So, Jim abstains.
Okay.
Are we gonna be able to appoint temporary members until we can get some voted in?
So we will be able to, once in January, I feel like what we need to do is in January, we need to do the board recruitment thing and vote for, to put up the board, the thing that says, yes, we're looking for board members.
Okay.
And put out what we're looking for, the board application, all of that stuff that we do have bits and pieces of, which we can work on that too
Next
in
meeting.
the work session, getting that put together. And then what we'll do is have the application or the interview process basically at the February meeting, or even not the January meeting, well, no, at the February meeting. And then we can appoint right then at the February meeting. If we find somebody that's a qualified candidate that we like, or that we're like, yeah, this person can do it. And then they will be a board member to take the position, the open position. And then they have to file to be on the ballot for the position that, to be elected into the position.
I thought they had to do that by January, they don't?
No, it's March.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that the open date is like March something. They have to be filed by March 10th or March 15th or something like that.
I'm not sure where I got that January thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's March.
Okay.
So,
And this is through the county clerk, correct?
correct.
Okay.
So, and yeah, because we can appoint, it's not the same way as like the school board does, where they appoint their new board members, and then their new board members just have to go into the election and be elected into the position fully, so. Yeah. But yeah, Mark Knudsen from SDAO sent me all of that recruitment stuff. So
Okay.
I can forward it to you guys so that you can get a glance at it as well, so that you
Sure.
kind of know what we're gonna be looking at.
Yeah, I think that's a priority. We have other things that we need to work on, too, policies, and
Yeah.
and Mark has all that. Has a
Well,
lot of-
I think that Mark also can help with the bylaws thing also,
Okay.
potentially.
Mhm.
I need to email him and see if that's something that's in
Okay.
his wheelhouse. So,
All right. Yeah, he's a wealth of information when it
Yeah,
comes to this.
no, he's awesome. He's been great.
That's good.
Let's see. I have some superintendent business, since I'm the superintendent. We're gonna need to replace these locks. We just purchased, I'm not sure how many of this particular model, and they're all keyed alike, and we have at least 12 across the district. And I don't know who all has the keys, because every box has 2 keys.
All right.
One was left in a realtor box on the park gate. And everybody and their brother had the code. So, and that box is gone, and so is the key. So I'm requesting that we buy new locks. Key different. These old locks, we can get them keyed to the new key
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and reuse them. So, I mean, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
When I took over last time, I got a key ring with about 100 keys on it. And only about 10 of them worked, so we got rid of all those keys, and I bought new locks, and here we are doing it again. So
Right.
can I get permission to buy more locks?
I will motion that we buy new locks.
Okay.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. And as superintendent, I will also go to the lab and pick up paperwork and test bottles. And that's another policy we need to put into effect, that the test is done within 7 days of the first of the month, so that we don't run into sampling, excuse me, sampling at the end of the month, and then it comes back bad, and we run into the next month trying to get a good sample.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll work on that at the meeting too.
Yeah, that's just something else we have to do. Okay. And Tag will be turning over the remote SCADA key. It's called a Tossie box. I'm not sure when that will happen, but I'll let you know when that does. They'll probably charge us. I don't know. I would imagine so.
Yeah, with our like. All right,
I don't have anything else.
perfect. I don't have anything else either.
Any questions?
Does it do, actually, this is great, you answered one of them, which was who was going to be interim supervisor. Thank you very much. For emergency water assistance, do you want us to call Rainbow? Or?
Please,
Okay, so just go through Rainbow, and Rainbow will contact whoever is the,
they'll contact me,
okay,
and
Yeah,
we'll go from there. They're really quick about it. It's like
okay. Do they have
an after-hours line. I believe they do.
Okay.
They have
Sure
to.
they
yeah, they have, I
have to.
believe they have like a, kind of like Lane Electric does, where they have like a call service.
Okay,
Yeah, and they reach out to somebody.
Yeah.
We've never had to have that happen. It's always been during business hours.
okay,
However, they are really good at contacting me,
okay,
and I've shown up at broken water lines And the people were just like, wow, how'd you get here so fast?
Okay, yeah, I was just,
So,
one of those.
We just called and you're here already, so I'm close.
Okay, thank
So
you.
yeah, you just call them,
Okay,
with any of your questions really.
yeah.
They're helping us out quite a bit there, so. I did have another note on that. Maybe contact Jody to put a newsletter out for the town hall.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody gets that in their bill that we'll have a town hall on February 5th.
Um,
And that will be here.
Somebody should tell Ken.
Dave?
He's smart now, he records everything.
Yeah,
Then he doesn't have to pay attention.
And the other question is, are there things that we can do to support the water supervisor and the water board during this time?
Just be patient with us.
Yeah, just be patient.
Okay.
Kind of picking the pieces up, starting over again, so
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
we'll get there. Just be patient with us. I think the new water system coming on and having town halls and getting everybody informed, and, because I don't have all the answers that these engineers have and how it's all gonna work and who's gonna do we don't even know who's gonna do the work yet. There's a lot of stuff to ask and answer.
Okay.
So yeah, just be patient.
Well, and if we're being honest, there is a lot of stuff that we were not privy to prior to now. So that's just the truth. So
That was most.
yeah, so we're playing a lot of catch up.
A lot of meetings attended to that we didn't get any information back.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. So if you can just be patient. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I would just encourage you that, transitions are always work under the best circumstances. It's just transition, and
Mhm.
information has to be relayed and explained, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And understood.
be gracious with yourselves also, and give yourselves time to do what you gotta do. Nobody's, I don't hear anybody with any expectations.
Just my own.
It's understandable.
Just my own.
Right?
We
Right,
will
we're
be
trying.
notified if there's a water emergency.
Yeah, that's about, no, and Rainbow, yeah, like Jim said, Rainbow has been really good, and they've been kind of helping us through a lot of this too. So same way as they did right after the fire with,
Yeah.
trying to figure out everything for us. So they've been a terrific partner, so.
And I've contacted them, they're aware of our situation, and, matter of fact, Eric with Rainbow is actually our water, I'm lost for the word. Is
Master,
he basically our water master
Okay.
for now, so.
because he's got all of the certifications and everything because of his role at Rainbow. So we have.
He's basically my supervisor.
Yeah, we have all the right people to do all of the things that
Yeah.
we may not have the qualifications to
Yeah,
do, so we're good. Yeah,
What's the date for the town hall? February,
5th.
yeah.
Wednesday, February 5th.
Yeah, it's gonna be same day as our regular meeting, our monthly meeting.
Okay.
We're just gonna put it at the tail end of our normal meeting.
You were talking about Saturday.
Well,
That's later.
I think, my dream was to do it on a Saturday,
Mhm.
because I think we can draw more people from the community on Saturday in daylight hours, and,
So that'll be a later.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that. I mean, I think that's,
Yeah,
But the 5th is.
the 5th is gonna be the first one.
yeah,
Okay.
February 5th at 6 o'clock.
Got it.
That'll be our normal meeting, and then during our normal meeting, we'll go into the town hall. And we'll put that in the newsletter,
Yeah.
in the bill, to remind everybody and let people know. So I think it's very important that the community learns as much as they can about the new water system now, instead of later with, well, I didn't know that was happening, kind of stuff.
Well, and then that way too, if people have questions, they can ask the,
Yeah, 'cause
qualified engineers the questions
Yes.
instead of asking us, then we have to ask Civil West or whoever else. And it's a ridiculous game of telephone,
Yeah.
so.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, adjourn this meeting.
Okay, I will motion that we adjourn.
All right.